Capricorn, welcome to your mid-month for September. What's up? What's going on? And in case you missed it, by the way, September 1st, I released an important message alongside the Sunday check-in. And that separate announcement, basically, if I were to summarize, the channel sassyscorpiontarot is going to be reduced to part-time as of September 15th. It's for good things, guys, for good reasons. I'm excited about it. But if you'd like to see it for yourself, it'll be linked off in the comments below. I know. It represents a change. So while it's a good change for me in this direction, I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy with that, but I'll still be here. But like I said, if you have any questions, check out that link below. Yeah? All right. Show me Capricorn in September. Show me Capricorn in September. Show me Capricorn in September. Okay. The Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. Oh my, so much beautiful energy there. Powerful. Well done. The Sun, Death, the Four of Cups. Oh, wow. Judgment, the Five of Cups, and the Chariot. Very good. Wow. Wow. This is fantastic. You're not alone in here. There's just way too much for it to just be you. Don't get me wrong. If that's all you, congratulations. But it's like saying the same thing several times. So there is definitely two people in here. The Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Just to summarize, I've got a very strong sense of love, loyalty, productivity, passion, ambition, and drive that is shared pretty much in tandem between two people at very high level. So congratulations to you both. There's no such thing as a perfect person. I'll clarify a little bit. I'm not too interested, actually, because you two clearly work well with each other, for each other, by each other, all those things. It's very loving, it's very supportive, it's very generous, you name it. I love it. So I'm not going to clarify too hard. That's my point. But you guys, the two of you, whomever you are and they are, I'm not doing a them and they. I'm going to keep it to you. Reverse energies, though, as I describe it. But congratulations to you both. This is lovely support. It's congratulatory. It's gorgeous. The Sun, Death, Four Cups. It's like saying the unhappy days are over. We'll take that. Unhappy days are over. Judgment, Five of Cups, the Chariot. It's kind of like saying, man, I'm so glad I listened to myself about moving on. So that's a lesson you're looking at in future, and you kind of have this wash of relief about moving on with your life, energetically, emotionally, freeing yourself up, choosing a different path. It's like saying, I don't have to mourn this anymore. That's the point, though. I don't have to mourn this anymore. I'm free to move on, move forward, So you're showing me the appreciation of a lesson that you can reflect upon safely in future and be gladdened by it, Okay, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands. I'm going to go ahead and look at that Empress separately, and then I'm going to go ahead and combine these two figureheads as well. It's going to be all in there. That's the point. Let's see that Empress, please. Show me the Empress. Show me that Empress, please. Show me the Empress. Show me that Empress, please. The Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Slowly but surely, someone's making decisions a little more every day to move slowly at their own particular pace, and that seems to lower or lessen the sense of aggression attached to any particular situation that we share with this person. So here we kind of have a vow from somebody to just kind of slow down and give weight and time to decisions instead of just automatically throwing ourselves into any frustrating arguments or surrounding voices, okay? That's important for some reason. It's kind of like saying this Empress is making a dedicated effort to kind of bring the energy down, to calm down, okay? Something like that, dedication to moving slower with intended movements, okay? Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands, what's up? We're going to relax a little more. Not everything has to be dealt with right away. Not everything has to be an argument. Not everything has to be so pressurized. We're going to calm down. and keep ourselves grounded in our sense of self-worth, productivity, and just kind of really remember who we are. And we don't have to fight all the time, okay? Not we as in you and they fighting. No, no, no. Just this overall sense this person tends to be, let's get it done now, a kind of aggressive on point. But they've kind of recently had a little talk with themselves about let's calm that down. Okay, we don't need to do that so much anymore. Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. The Chariot, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a stronger sense here between you and someone else that let's focus less on what's broken or what's difficult and really open up towards emotional harmony between us and others. So there's a family dynamic I'm looking at here. And there's a sense of saying things are lost and we just kind of need to draw a line under the sand sometimes. We can't win them all. Okay, we can't win them all. Something like that. And that's not just you. It's the two of you kind of agreeing to this. We can't win them all. Sometimes you got to take those losses in order to have wins. And that's what I'm seeing for these two people navigate what looks like a fairly extensive relationship. And it is moving in a particular direction that says we put ourselves forward together at the same time. You're not just fighting alone, and I'm not just fighting alone either. You and I put our best efforts together. So sometimes we just got to know when to write stuff off so you and I could move forward. We're worth more than this. We're better than this. Let's keep our goals moving forward. So there's that resistance with the Five of Wands. Some of you might have had to part ways with some coin or property, or there has been ongoing arguments that just will not resolve in the larger dynamic that you two share, okay? And this person's like, never mind all that. Do you want to keep fighting? I don't. We support each other, and that's what matters at the end of the day. And we have a bigger goal in mind, which is our relationship and anyone who's in it that we care about. That's what needs to move forward. So let's, you and I, agree to not argue over this stuff. It's just not worth it. And the Empress is like, yeah, I agree. Okay. So that's a fairly large summary. That's a nice way to kick off the month. It's looking like you and whomever's attached to you are on the same page about goals and moving things forward. Know when to write things off and not to get caught up in unnecessary arguments, especially if somebody said they're going to dedicate more time, energy, and effort to de-escalating their energy. Not everything has to be a fight, right? Okay. All right, let's jump on over here. The Sun, Death, Four of Cups. Like I said, it's like, let's focus on happiness and not the upsetness, because there's just some things we can't fix. And there is definitely a solid we here. That's a solid we. There's some things here we just can't fix. We can't make other people feel better, or we can't make them feel more secure. So in giving up that feeling, that fight, or leaving that sense of brokenness alone, there is a sense of we're not indulging in the unhappiness that was surrounding it prior to. So this is all fairly recent, but I absolutely agree with your two movements. It does look like a collective decision between you and someone else, and it involves family. But you two are absolutely pulling rank here and doing what's best for you two as needed. Okay? That being said, I do want to go ahead and jump into that Sun real quick. Let's take a look at that. Show me that Sun, please. Show me the Sun. Show me the Sun. You and your person seem to be a driving force here. I think we got a little derailed, didn't we? A little sidetracked. Something didn't work out. I sense this is you on the fighting side of things, which it's not pointing fingers. I just saying it feels like it's you. It's something you feel the need to fight for. But no, it's being written off as a loss, and I think it's actually what's best for the situation, to be honest with you. Sun, Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Eight of Cups, Yeah, there's an agreement here to focus on what makes us happy and what we know, and to perhaps stop investing in the unknown. There's just some things that we cannot resolve. Okay? Let's not emotionally invest in what we don't understand. Perhaps acceptance here is best. Okay? Walk away from it. Just turn our back on it. Okay? There's just some stuff not worth it. It's just not worth it. If it really has a chance of overtaking our sense of happiness here in the Sun, then it's just not worth it. It's kind of like an agreement to ignore something, to be perfectly honest with you. It looks like a very solid mindset to just ignore something. Don't emotionally invest in it. Just put that shit under the moon. Let's focus on the happiness here, the Sun, please. Okay. So that in and of itself is a victory. When we know when to stop participating and stop fighting for something, and there's a we in there, and they support this. In fact, they're driving it. It's something to be said that two people can focus like that and say, you know what, let's not mess with it. Let's just not mess with it. It's not worth emotionally investing in. Let's just ignore it, you know? And I think that that is probably the best solution for whatever this is that I'm looking at. Let's go ahead and combine that Death and Four Cups, please. Some situations or people or places just want to be unhappy and cause a fight and cause a stink. And the idea is, you know, we did our best, but we have to kind of write our energetic efforts as a loss on this one. Let's not take it personally. Let's just kind of ignore it. And somebody's like, yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. It's not worth it. It's not worth, you know, the rise in the blood pressure. It's just not worth it. And that ceases that sense of unhappiness, which is more present, Four Cups, than the Five of Cups. All right, let's take a look. The World, yes, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Wands. Again, we're closing out this cycle of being involved, specifically the curiosity. Yeah. When we closed out being open to this, oh boy, did it feel so much better. It's kind of like you're two people once more. I know I repeat myself. Hi, that's what I do. My name's Christina. I repeat myself a lot. People have a tendency to tune out. When you both decided to leave this alone, it got so much easier. Whatever this drama is, and it looks like emotional drama, it didn't seem to want help or correction anyway. So you leave this alone. I have to kind of agree, turn your back on this, ignore it. That seems to be the best advice for the situation at present. I think you're used to fighting. I think you had some objections in here. But with that positive disposition, it's on us to move it forward. Don't indulge in that. And you and I are going to start feeling a lot better. Correct. I'm completely agreeing to this. Whatever it is, I'm completely agree. Don't invest in it. Don't open up towards it. Just don't. Don't go in there gung-ho, I can fix it or I can contribute to it. Just leave it alone. And look at that. The sense of sadness is off both of your shoulders. Okay, because whatever this is, honey, don't want to be fixed. Not by you or whomever's in there with you. The both of you. I kind of agree. Just ignore it. just ignore it, honey. If somebody welcomes your time, energy, and effort and your sense of fight and I can fix this, then they're welcome to it. If it's not, then it's shut down. I mean, it's just not worth exploring further. Excuse me. I completely agree. Judgment, Five of Cups, and the Chariot. So we are glad now that we're listening to this. Just move it forward. It was a good call, I think. You know? Let's see that Judgment. I'm actually very curious about that. Let's see the Judgment, please. Devil, the King of Pentacles, the Star. See, I got a lesson in here. We got a lesson in here. Somebody wanted to fix this real bad. Saying, I have practical solutions. You know, it was best left alone. Okay? It was best left alone. There you are, honey. Devil, King of Pentacles, the Star. I can see that this meant a lot to you. A lot. And I know that whatever it is that you initially opened up as being, I'm going to chill on this, I'm going to reduce my energy towards this, you probably had a very poor opinion of it, but there was nothing you could do about it. Like I said, if it wanted your help or contribution, the two of you wouldn't have decided uniformly to move the hell away from it. And oh boy, did you both your days get a lot easier emotionally. Okay? Whatever this is isn't really for you to worry about. All right? And I know it meant a lot to you, but it's really not for you to worry about. It's not for you to get all yourself twisted up into it. I do believe whatever that is someone else's bad call, not yours. Okay? I think it's one of the things that you two decided fairly well to ignore it and just move on. Okay? All right. Let's see that Five of Cups, please. Let's see that Five of Cups. It is Eight of Cups, and Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. It's kind of like I'm glad we turned our back on this one. We're looking at that now once more in hindsight, in future. Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Glad that we did not put ourselves into this, and even in the smallest of ways with the Three of Pentacles, sense of cooperation, friendship, or frankly, just let me help you. We're going to be glad we didn't do this. You see the truth of that now. Ace of Swords. Whatever it is, honey, I'm telling you, a bad call is a bad call. Somebody made a bad call, and I think you tried to participate to fix it, or you had some sort of moral objection. Okay. Whomever's connected to you said it right. This isn't worth it. Just write it off to both of us, and we're going to head this way. We're going to ignore it, and everybody's, at least you and your person, started to feel a lot better. Possibly your household, too. But whatever this is that you morally objected to, it's really not your sitch. All right? All we can really do is kind of hold a mirror up to ourselves about our calls, the good ones and the not good ones. You living this alone was a good call. It may not have felt that way at the time, but it is. It is, however, someone else's bad call. But hey, congratulations. It's not your problem. Okay? So I understand there were some strong moral objections here. But you not participating in it saved you a wealth of bullshit. Okay? That's also your truth. You can take that one to the bank. Yeah? Cool. And you wish that situation had turned out different, but it wasn't for you to participate in. Okay? Let's see the Chariot, please. Well, it's quite the September. But the good news is you and your person, it seems, have gotten past the worst of it, this hurdle, whatever that is. Okay. Let's see that Chariot, please. All right, let's see your two's direction. Queen of Cups, the Knights of Swords, and Judgment. Yes, you made the right call. What was I talking about? Bingo, bango. Wind that shit if you don't believe me. Like I said, a bad call is a bad call. It wasn't yours, but you tried to participate. It's a good thing you didn't. All right? And this is a good call. Okay, Chariot, you are so glad we moved it forward. So we took action from the heart in the direction that was in the best for us, in accordance to your will and whomever your partner is. You got a great partner in there. Whomever they are, I don't know. They may not be a spouse. That's up to you. The Chariot, Queen of Cups, the Knight of Swords, Judgment. Oh boy, did we make a good call. Yeah. Keep her moving. Thank you once more for being efficient. Your sign typically is, which is why one of the many reasons why your readings tend to be shorter. But guys, I got to get 25 minutes out of this, so we're going to pull a lot of oracles right now. Okay. Whilst I am still doing in-depth, they need to be a minimum of 25 minutes per my standard. Okay, per my standard. I have standards, guys. If I just gave in to everyone's requests, I wouldn't have standards. Okay, my standard for an in-depth is bare minimum 25 minutes. Huh. You should see what I'm like when I'm working with clients. I can go on for a couple of hours. Now, it's beautiful. Good job. Very good job. Judgment was all over this thing. Wow. Good job. The flow is much better for you personally. Excellent. Very good. Hey, come on now. Old woman, sadness, female. I've always associated this one with the Four of Cups. There's that sense of I'm unhappy and I'm unwilling to do anything about it. But here's a sense that somewhere in this dynamic, somebody is either physically meets this definition of old woman, okay, and might be the source of issues, or this is someone, regardless of sex, personifies it. That sense of, woe is me. You know, nobody cares about me sitting out on this bench over here. I'm an old woman, I have no resources, and I'm perpetually sad. Okay? It's the woe is me concept. This is where I'm at in life, and I'm parked here, and there's nowhere else for me to go. So again, it's that sense of helplessness, hopelessness, and unwillingness to change one's emotional point of view, which is why I associate the Four of Cups, because it goes like this. People get locked in that Four of Cups for a long time. Well, I'm unhappy, and I want you to know it, but also I'm not willing to change it. So deal with that. And my response is, I don't have to deal with anything. That's you, and I'm sorry. I hope that's not where you are forever, but that's not where I intend to be right now. You know? So there is that sense of we cannot make somebody here happy. Okay. And then we have the old man in reverse. Someone does not have that same point of view. Okay. Someone does not see themselves as old or giving in or giving up. They say, I still have work to do. I still have a job to do. You know? Is that somebody does not perceive themselves as being helpless and there's nothing I can do. Very active, that energy is. Gives. Tries to give. This inheritance is the key word here. In male. Okay? So this could be someone who represents, this could be a son and mother dynamic, or someone who refuses to give up. I don't quite know. But the energies are so different. The one who gives up and gives in to the worst parts, and the one who refuses to give up. Work-oriented solution, move it forward, I still have a job to do. It's interesting. And then the gazelle is in reverse. Someone here refuses to change. Okay, refuses to change. Okay. The whole thing with the gazelle, not only is it very majestic, okay, is that it's nimble, it's fast, can change directions quickly. Be humble, first quarter moon in Leo. Okay? Understand that not all efforts are appreciated. And that's hard, especially if you're someone who's experienced and you're used to resolving things. Perhaps you thought your input or your time, energy, and effort would be welcome. Turns out it harshly was not. Again, if somebody has that mentality of, well, this is how it is and nothing could change, then that's stuck. It's a useless thing. Yes, you made a good call over here. Somebody else didn't. Now, it's not necessarily the bad call being refusing your help or whomever your partner's help. I don't know. That's not it. Somebody else made a bad call and it upset you, but there were offers to fix it. Be humble. Not everything is for you to fix. Okay? Know it's worth your time, energy, and effort. Take a breather. Last quarter moon in Cancer. Absolutely. And I said, I think you're trying to reduce your stress in the general sense. This, though, whatever this is, caused temporary inflation, I believe. Mm-hmm. But you did well. It looks like you have the support of someone. I don't know. It may not be an intimate partner. It may not be a spouse. I have no clue. But they were helpful. Yeah, that's... Okay, well... If it's meant to be, it'll come back around. That's how that works. What else? Time of autumn is coming up for a lot of folks, particularly if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, because we are in that precious space of getting the heck out of summer and into fall. We're going to practice self-love. Now's the time to do so, in other words. For others of you, you will have made your decision by your own respective timelines of fall. So if you live in the Southern Hemisphere... Some of you operate as the divine masculine. That's what I'm saying. I had the old man here who's in reverse. It doesn't identify with that. I still have work to do. I still have work to do. Okay? All right. Dark nights of the soul, rebirth by winter, and at a crossroads. Yeah. For those of you, that future orientation of man, I made the right decision. You will have confirmation of that by season. Good. All right. We just barely covered it. No charms today. Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. You made a great decision. Again, I don't know who that is. I'm just defaulting kind of to a spouse because I see a family dynamic. I see that willingness to charge and move things forward for everyone's best interests. So I'm assuming it's spouse, but it may not be. Okay? That could be a father figure. That could be like a best friend who's very much involved in your life. I don't know. But still, congratulations to the two of you, because it's a dynamic that seems to work. Okay? All right, Cappy, honey, I hope this helped you. Like I said, put in the comments. Take care. Be well.